It's finally here. The long-awaited What's in My Gear Bag 2021.5. We are halfway through the year, and a lot has changed in 6 months. So today, we are going to take a close look at every essential piece of gear that makes it into my camera bag. This includes my backpack, camera, lenses, drones, tripods, microphones, gimbals, filters, laptop, and all the other accessories that make life as a filmmaker so much easier. Okay, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, I appreciate you stopping by. I freaking love gear. Like it's a small problem. That being said, we all have to stay in a budget that works for us individually. This community has grown a lot since the last gear vid, as well as my gear choice. And so since you all asked, here we go. Most of you are probably aware, but if you aren't, I do link all this information below every single one of my videos. So if at any point during the video you want to check out a link for that specific gear, it will be linked down below. These are affiliate links, and I do make a very small commission. Just click on one of those links. Just helps, you know. I appreciate it. You grow as a community. Just kidding. Anyway, not really. Just click the link. All right. Okay, so for the past 2 years since embarking on this filmmaking journey, I've slowly upgraded my gear, trying to evolve and produce the absolute best quality I can for each film. And with that, each time I create a new video, my main goal is for it to be better than the last. That just gives me a good challenge. It allows me to push myself a little bit harder. If you are just starting out on your filmmaking journey, by no means do you need all of this gear to be successful. When I first started filmmaking, I was using anything I had at the time. This A5100 Sony that my wife had, that's white, it's got a flip screen though. Desk lamps to light my subjects. Now I'm at a point where I feel confident in my setup to produce a very high quality film the way I want to create. It definitely didn't happen overnight, and it took a lot of research, trial and error. I am super stoked to share the lineup with you all today, and hopefully this creates a shortcut for you all through this process. Let's get into it. Okay, so today we're not only talking about just one bag, we're actually discussing 2 bags, but one at a time. To start, we have the Low Pro 350 backpack. I've been using this backpack for the past 2 years, and I've loved it every step of the way. As you may or may not know, Low Pro is well known in the industry and is one of the most popular backpacks out there for a good reason. One of the things I love about this backpack is you can add different accessories to the external part of the bag. I really like the hip straps for this bag, as well as the padding on the back. Fits super good, really nice fit, nice and small, compact, low profile. Lately, though, I have been bringing my Vanguard Alta Sky 51D because it allows for far more gear to be packed and is absolutely loaded with pockets of all sizes. So one of the things I love most about this bag is all the variations you can go through. This thing currently has, this thing is packing so much stuff. So with all the gear that I have and usually want to bring on a set, we can strap our gimbal to the side. Over here I have quick access for where my camera can be put in and out. Now, one of the great features of this bag is being able to just quickly undo this, and you can throw your tripod in here where you have a little tripod mount. It's got straps all the way up. What I tend to do a lot, especially with the new FPV drone from DJI, is strap that here if I want, and then I have a little bit of protection. This is a little padded because you have the raincoat that comes out from under here, but it just gives you a little bit of padding, really safe and secure. These can be adjusted up or down. You just flip them out like that. They can be taken off completely if you don't want them. Seen enough? This is my favorite thing to do, just talk about this stuff. The 350 does hold my 15-inch MacBook Pro, but I can't have the hard shell case I have on it, and the pocket inside does not zip. But this one, pocket here for the iPad computer. So a lot going on with that bag, but that's why I love it, because it does give you so much flexibility on what you want to carry depending on the project. I love being organized, and having the right camera bag provides that satisfaction of everything in its place. You know, that just like everything has to have its place. These two bags are configured exactly how I want them, and I know exactly what fits where, so it is an easy, efficient process when loading up for a project. One of the most common questions I get when talking with other filmmakers or photographers, or even questions through Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube is, dude, what's going on here? Without a doubt, dude, what do you want? What's going on? I heard you. I heard you talking to yourself. You okay? I'm shooting the gear video we discussed this morning. Remember, you wrote the script. You set this whole room up for me. Every piece of gear has been used for this setup. Smashing job, really. I mean, some would say deserving of a promotion. It's a lot of gear. Yeah. What are you just saying? Yeah. But I do have a question. Yeah, what's the question? Go ahead. What camera are you using? Like I was saying, the most common question, you already know we shoot with the Sony a7S III. You're one of those guys. That explains a lot. It's sitting right there. No, like, what do you really does. Yeah. What do you want me to do? Yeah. No, we are one of those. Yeah, guys. I know. Like, I know. I wanted them to hear it. It's the best camera. I've been telling you, if me personally, I would have chosen a much more proper camera, like Canon, the R3, the new R3. Have you seen it? The R5. You want to talk about quality? Take the R5. Dude, really? Dude, you were just talking about how much quality the a7S III provides us. Two words. Now what? Color science. Yeah. Color science? What do you want? That's what you got? Color science? That's it? Fine. Listen, I'll leave you to it. This guy. I mean, but just think about it. Every time a new camera comes out, you change your mind. Just think about it, which is a lot lately. Like, you gotta go, okay? This is just... No, we're not gonna think. I can never trust this guy. What am I supposed to? I heard that. What am I supposed to do? You left your coffee. God, jeez. All right, so just this year I upgraded to the Sony a7S III, and I'm loving everything about it. 4K, 120 frames per second at 10-bit 422 color, and the option to shoot in 1080p, 240 frames per second. It has amazing autofocus and in-camera stabilization, with face and eye recognition, and most importantly, a flip screen. My second camera, which is what I'm holding right here, I actually have two of these, is the Sony a7 III, which is what I started my filmmaking on, besides this a51. I guess you could say it was the a5100, but I absolutely love these bodies, and fully upgrading to either another Sony a7S III or a1 for photo is definitely in the future. Just waiting for that budget to allow, like we talked about in the beginning. When it comes to lenses, I always try to purchase Sony lenses because I feel like the quality is high and the stabilization is far better than that of other brands. All full frame lenses built to work well with the Sony bodies. The first lens is the Sony 16 to 35mm f2.8 G Master lens. It's perfect for vlogging and wide angle scenarios and has such good stabilization. The second lens we're gonna talk about is the 70 to 200 f2.8 G Master lens. This thing is just one of my favorites. Takes amazing photos and allows for unique angles that I otherwise wouldn't be able to achieve without the telephoto focal length. The third lens is this little guy, the little nifty 50. I really do enjoy the 50mm focal length. They say the devil is in the details. Well, they weren't kidding when it comes to the Sony 90mm 2.8 macro lens. I mean, this thing, I've just been loving it. So similar to a telephoto lens or a drone, allowing you to get just that unique shot that you otherwise wouldn't be able to, this 90mm macro lens is great for photography and video, and it provides a whole new realm when it comes to the detailed shots, those tight shots, those really fine details, which allow for creative opportunities when it comes to storytelling. The next lens is the Sony 24-105mm f.4. So this lens is actually the standard kit lens that I originally bought with my Sony a7 III. I don't use it as much anymore, but I do think it is a great option when first starting out. For the remaining gear that makes it into my bag, we first need to discuss the idea of having one setup for every project. That doesn't exist. Just hate to burst your bubble, but it doesn't. My point here is each time you pack your bag, you should be thinking about the story you are trying to tell for the film. Back to the sexy part of this video. So my go-to drone is the DJI Mavic 2 Pro. This little guy and I have been through so much together. The Mavic 2 Pro is by far the best aerial camera I have and allows for some epic wide establishing shots. Is so much fun to fly with, and honestly is one of those things that keeps me young at heart. Like just going out, you feel like a kid again, going out and just racing around your little race car. Then we introduce the DJI FPV system. Oh wait, I can't. Creating a whole nother video. I mean, you might have seen the crash video in the, linked right up here for you, but what I can say is I'm loving the FPV experience so far, and even though it was very short-lived due to a very amateur crash, this drone is a whole new perspective and tool when it comes to storytelling. Expect a lot more from that drone in the near future this process has been going on for like 3 months and just documenting every part of it. It's been a process with these drones, huh?
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Great video. Subscribe, ring that bell so you get notified because it's coming whenever I get this stupid drone back. But to say I'm a little bitter about it is an understatement, but I'm the one who crashed it, so I can't be that mad. Tripods are a huge part of my filmmaking process, especially since most of the time for these videos, I'm filming by myself or solo. My go-to vlog setup at the moment in time is this Joby GorillaPod 3K. The thing I love most about this setup is the compact design. It's comfortable and dynamic. Like, this is a much easier grip than this thing. The other go-to tripod I have currently is the 3-legged thing. Now, this thing is an absolute beast. Gives me so much more versatility and stability when it comes to filming solo. I can set up my camera on this tripod and know that it will be safe in the elements. My first gimbal was the DJI Ronin S, and I absolutely love this gimbal. This build out is one of my more popular videos at this time, and I have been able to help many of you over the past year build your custom DJI Ronin setup, which has been an absolute blast. I don't want to leak too much all in one video, but there may or may not be a new video coming soon on the RS2 custom build out. This tool for filmmaking is so valuable. I freaking love the look of a good gimbal shot and all the smooth, unique movements you can create with a gimbal. When it comes to microphones, I find myself using a variety of microphones depending on the project. Currently, my go-to microphone for vlogging is the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. Joby recently sent along their Wavo microphone, which is a much smaller profile, and I'm still in the midst of testing this little microphone out against the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, which is currently sitting on top of this camera right now, saved for a future video, which is already in the production phase. There's a lot in works here. For my studio or voiceover setup, I currently use the NTG4, which is sitting right here with a little pop filter. Last but not least, the Tascam DR10L. I think that's right. 10L something. It's linked below. This has been just kind of a go-to lavalier microphone since the start. It's small, compact, the audio quality is always great with these little guys. I have 4 of these for various projects and being able to mic several people up depending on the project. It comes in black or in a white, kind of match people's outfits depending on the need. When it comes to accessories, I mean, there's just so many accessories. You have SSD hard drives, you have multi-purpose tools, you have headphones, battery case, blower and lens cloths, pens and papers. I mean, you have just everything that really makes it into my camera bag. Tons of stuff, all of which is linked down below. Laptop and desktop, the editing platform. I currently use a hybrid of both the iMac Pro desktop right there and the MacBook Pro 15-inch laptop. Very fortunate to have both of these setups, and majority of the time I am editing most of my videos on the iMac Pro. Because I don't store any files or projects on either of the desktops and only store them on SSD or hard drives, it's allowed me to quickly edit between machines whenever I want. Whew, you still with me? Okay. The reason you hear so often that gear doesn't matter is because a lot of the true value in a film is in the idea or story. Gear matters, but without story, you have nothing. That's it for today's video. A quick reminder that all this gear and more is linked below in the description and is located on my kit site for your convenience. I do receive a little bit of affiliate compensation, but please don't hesitate to reach out on Instagram, Facebook, or comment on here with any questions you may have. I always love connecting with you and talking gear. Like, it's absolutely one of my favorite things to do. It's kind of an obsession. My wife hates me for it, but I hope you have a great rest of the day. I'll see you in the next one.